All right, all praise. Let me shift myself, man. I be off, man. All right, all praise, all praise. All right, shalom, shalom, Israel, Most High in Christ blessed. I'm Officer Yosef with IUIC Virginia. There we go. All praise. You all right, man. All right, we got a good class for you. This is History in the AM.
We in this building.
We in the building. All right, before we get started, make sure you donate. All right, we got a lot of work we need to do. Go ahead and show that thumbnail real quick. Go ahead and show them thumbnails, all right? All right, so a song of ice and fire. For those nerds out there, my nerd brothers, my nerd sisters, you get the reference. If you're not no nerd, you probably don't get the reference, all right? We're going to go into a lot of the correlation between Northern and Southern Kingdom. Show the other thumbnail. All right, man. All praise to the Most High. So a song of ice and fire. A song of ice and fire. What y'all doing? Oh, okay, I got you. I think I know. Oh, okay. Oh, look at that. Look at God. I feel special. All right, man. So let's get into it, all right? So song of ice and fire. Let's start off with Deuteronomy 31 and 16. Let's get into Deuteronomy 31 and verse 16. We're going to read down to about 21, all right?
The book of Deuteronomy. Test.
All right, all praise. There we go.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31 and verse 16.
Come on.
And the Lord said unto Moses, Behold, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, and this people will rise up and go a-whoring after the gods of the strangers of the land, whether they go to be among them, and will forsake me and break my covenant, which I have made with them.
Come on.
Then my anger shall be kindled against them in that day, and I will forsake them, and I will hide my face from them, and they shall be devoured. And many evils and troubles shall befall them, so that they will say in that day, Are not these evils come upon us, because our God is not among us?
Come on.
And I will surely hide my face in that day, for all the evils which they shall have wrought, in that they are turned unto other gods.
Read.
Now, therefore, write ye thou for you, and teach it. Now, therefore, write ye thou song for you.
Write ye this song. Read that again.
Now, therefore, write ye this song for you.
Write ye this song for you. Come on.
And teach it the children of Israel.
And teach it to the children of Israel. Read.
Put it in their mouths, that this song may be a witness for against the children of Israel.
Come on.
For when I shall have brought them into the land which I swear unto their fathers, that followeth with milk and honey, and they shall have eaten and filled themselves, and waxen fat, then will they turn unto other gods, and serve them, and provoke me, and break my covenant.
All right, we're going to break the covenant. This was prophesied that after the time of Moses, we was going to rebel against the Most High God. All right, you get into that when you start reading in the book of Judges and things like that. We went against the Most High God. We rebelled against God. Once we got into our own land. Come on.
And it shall come to pass, when many evils troubles are befalling them, that this song shall testify against them as a witness, for it shall not be forgotten out of the mouths of their seed. For I know their imagination, which they go about, even now, before I have brought them into the land which I swear.
So he said, I already know. I know my people. I already know what they're going to do before they even do it. I'm just giving you foresight. This is what's going to happen. Y'all going to go off, and I'm going to jack y'all up. I'm going to punish y'all. Read on.
Verse 22.
Come on.
Moses therefore wrote this song the same day.
Moses therefore what?
Moses therefore wrote this song the same day.
Come on.
And taught it the children of Israel.
So Moses wrote this song that day. Now, the song it's talking about is this Bible. That's the witness against us, all right? All right, if you didn't catch that. Now, Deuteronomy 28 and 64. What are some things that witness against us in this song that was written all those years ago? Because he said, this song may be a witness against me. A witness for me against the children of Israel. What's a witness against the children of Israel? Deuteronomy 28 and verse 64.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 64.
Come on.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods,
come on,
which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
So God was going to scatter our people all over the globe. And there, when we get there, we would serve other gods. We were already serving other gods. He was just going to put us into the hands of the people that were going to force us to do these things. Because when we was in our land, we had the opportunity to serve our God. Now I'm going to force you to serve the other nations, and when you serve them, you have to serve their gods. Come on.
Even wood and stone.
That's the two major ones. Verse 65.
And among these nations shalt thou find no ease.
And among these nations shalt thou find no ease. Come on.
Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
Come on.
But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind.
Right, and you're going to be oppressed in those lands, and you're going to have a failing of eyes, sorrow of heart. You're going to be depressed. You're going to be upset. You're going to be sad. All right, drop that. Give me the first book, An American Deception. All right, give me that book, American Deception. An American Deception. All right, so this is part 1 or volume 1 of a book, American Deception, Revealing America's Dark-Skinned Past. All right, a lot of Northern Kingdom love to say, mi no negro, right?
The hell is this?
They like to say that, right? Read, give me the first page. All right, it should be the cities consisted of. And I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Let me see if you can see that. Can you see that?
A little bit. You can make it a little bit bigger.
Make it a little bit bigger. There we go. All praise. All right. So this is during the time when the conquistadors came over to the Americas, and they encountered our Northern Kingdom brothers and our Northern Kingdom sisters. And they noticed something about them. All right? Read that.
It says, the cities consisted of numerous
Conical pyramids. Conical pyramids.
Conical pyramids, excavated areas, vast terraces, irrigation canals.
Irrigation canals, come on.
Wells, ponds, underground passages, and causeways. All of them constructed in a manner so substantial that they remain perfectly discernible until this day.
So when they came over here to the Americas, Northern Kingdom had structures and things that were that looked like they had already a very clear understanding of civilization. They had terraces, irrigation canals, excavated areas. They had pyramids and structures that they can't mimic to this very day with all of their technology, right? But something else I want specifically, get the next page. Watch this. So these people that they found over here in the Americas that were building these vast cities with irrigation and pyramids and underground canals and things, read that. Watch this. Start at the idea that.
The idea that American Indians could have built something so resembling a city was foreign to European settlers.
Right. Now, the story goes that these were a bunch of savages and uncivilized people, and they weren't civilized until the white man came over here and taught them to be civilized. But what you're seeing is that they were already civilized. Now, it's a lot of history that, as to why they got over here and things like that. I can't go into that all today. I don't have enough time, right? But the idea that the American Indians could have built something resembling a city was foreign to European settlers. Come on.
They commonly thought that they must have been the work of a foreign civilization.
Like who?
Phoenicians.
Now, we know the Phoenicians are the Israelites, right? Y'all know the history of that. Come on.
Or Vikings.
BS.
Or perhaps a lost tribe of Israel.
Or perhaps who?
A lost tribe of Israel.
Now, why would they put that there if they didn't already know that the Hispanics and natives that were over here already were the Israelites?
Yeah.
There would be no need to put that there. But they try to put or perhaps it's not substantial, but maybe,
Stop the cap.
Lost tribe. Right? You got to pick through the bones, all right? Give me the next one, the next page. Yep, that one. Start at, read the first highlighted part. All right, this is for my Northern Kingdom brothers, right? This is during like the early 1400s and 1500s and even into the 1600s, all right? Read that. Move me out of the way. He can't see. All right, come on.
When the Europeans arrived to the shores of North America,
Come on.
they encountered Negroid society.
They encounter what?
Negroid society.
So for all the Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters talking about some mi no negro, see, What'd you say? Tu es negro? I don't know how I say it, man. Was that good? Was my Northern Kingdom good? Y'all let me know. All right, all praise, all praise. I'll be learning a little bit, man. I'll be learning a little bit. So, yes, Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters, you are negro.
Yeah.
That's what you are. That's what they identify you as. Read the next part.
And the conquerors did not want to leave evidence behind of advanced Negro cultures.
Hold on. Wait. And they didn't want to leave behind evidence of advanced Negroid cultures. Advanced Negro, meaning you were advanced. You weren't niggas just swinging from trees and uncivilized and naked eating bush meat. You had advanced civilizations when they came over here. You had wisdom, you had understanding, you had knowledge. Read the next highlighted part. Many of the descriptions.
Many of the descriptions of the indigenous people of the Americas describe people of a dark complexion.
Come on.
There were people in Panama that were described as such.
Come on. You can't see it. These people are identical. Read that.
There were people in Panama that were described as such. These people are identical with the Negroes we have seen.
Next page. These people are identical. We talking about Northern Kingdom. These people are identical with Negroes that they've seen in where?
In Guinea,
In Guinea.
and in Guinea, Africa.
And where?
In Africa.
In Guinea, Africa. So the Northern Kingdom that they came over here, they said that they were identical to people or Negroes that they saw in Guinea, in Africa. All right? Read the next part, and then we're going to get the next page.
In the early 1560s, a Spanish official wrote to the king that in the island of Puerto Rico, there are about 15,000 Negroes.
Wait a minute. So it was Negroes in Puerto Rico? That don't say that. Come on.
And less than 500 Spaniards. And in all of Hispaniola,
Come on.
there may be 2,000 Spaniards, and there are over 330,000 Negroes.
So, yes, Northern Kingdom, you are Negroes. Now, I want to deal with the part that the Northern Kingdom people that they saw over here, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right, so drop that. So, get me Jewish diaspora. Because he said something. He said that the Negroes that they encountered in the Americas were identical to the Negroes that they encountered or knew of in Guinea, in Africa, right? Watch this. So this is a book, Jewish Diaspora, all right? The Encyclopedia of the Jewish Diaspora, all right? Next page. All right, read that top part in the pink.
As they are called, and the Jews in Luango,
Of Luango, come
or
on.
Luango, who are depicted even by the very Negroes, are descended.
All right, read in the yellow. Negroes were purchased.
Negroes were purchased in Guinea.
And where?
In Guinea.
Where were Negroes purchased?
In Guinea.
The Negroes that they encountered in the Americas were identical to the Negroes that were in Guinea, meaning they are the same people.
Yeah.
This has always been understood by these people. Come on.
Congo and Manisigo and the colonists had plantations
Come on.
fortified,
Furnished.
furnished with from 150 to 3,000 Negro slaves.
Come on.
In the beginning of the 16th century, the Spaniards and Portuguese began to transport Negroes for similar labors to the West Indies.
To the where?
To the West Indies.
The West Indies is on the Western Hemisphere, where Northern Kingdom was. That's why they said that the Negroes that they encountered in the Americas were identical to the ones in these places in Guinea and in these parts of Africa. Come on.
And Brazils.
And where?
And Brazils.
And Brazil. Come on.
By which the Negro trade was rapidly increased.
All right, go ahead and drop that. Drop that real quick. All right, give me Lost Trap. Actually, you know what? Don't even worry about that. Now, give me 2nd Ezra 13 and 40. Right? Give me that real quick. How did they get over here? How did they get over here?
2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 40.
Come on.
Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land.
Come on.
In the time of Osee the king, who Salmanazer, the king of Assyria, led away captive.
Come on.
And he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land.
So they just got out of captivity, and they were looking to flee to another land where they thought that they would keep their laws, statutes, and commandments. All right? Israel has always had a history of being in captivity and people oppressing them. Come on.
But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country, where never mankind dwelt, that they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
Read.
And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over.
Come on.
For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. And that same region is called Arsareth.
And that same region is called Arsareth. All right, give me the Jewish Encyclopedia definition, Arsareth. And then load up that next part of that book. All right, so read that top one.
Arsareth, the name of the land beyond the great river, far away from the habitation of man, in which the 10 tribes of Israel would dwell, observing the laws of Moses.
So the 12 tribes of Israel, or the 10 tribes, the northern kingdom tribes, were already over here. This is a history that the bishops, the deacons, and the captains have gone over hundreds of times at this point. All right, it's indisputable. It's irrefutable. These people are the Israelites. That's why they document it. That's why they say things like that, perhaps the Israelites. They know they the Israelites. Read.
Observing the laws of Moses until the time of restoration.
Come on.
According to 2nd Ezra chapter 13 and verse 45.
Right, so they already know the reference points, all right? Drop that. Give me the next book, the next part of that book, An American Deception, all right, about Columbus. Oh, actually, no. Go back. I missed the part. I'm sorry. I'm moving too quick. Read that next part. Columbus.
Oh, Columbus identified America with this land.
So Columbus identified the Americas that he sailed to with the book of Esdras and the Israelites. He understood that the Jews were over here in America. All right? Now drop that. Get me an American Deception. Give me the next images. All right? Come on. All right. So read that. Make that bigger for him. I can barely see that, man. All right, there we go. All right, read that.
So when Christopher Columbus and the other explorers and conquerors began to navigate the Americas, they immediately began to utilize the indigenous people and began their destruction of indigenous culture.
So the second they touched down, they immediately began destroying indigenous cultures. Now, why is that important? Because now, while Northern Kingdom was dealing with idolatry and they had some idolatrous practice, they were indulging in cannibalism and serving various gods. But a lot of them understood and knew exactly who they are. They knew they were the Israelites, right? So keep reading.
Of course, slavery was a major factor in the destruction of numerous indigenous tribes and nations in North America.
Read.
But another just as disparaging factor was the destruction of the ancient cities and artifacts that will completely conceal the true identities of the origins.
So their job when they came over here was to destroy any cities and artifacts that would conceal their true identities. Meaning, we have to destroy anything that will point them back in the direction of them being the Israelites. Because they're not concerned about them being Incas. They're not concerned about them being, what else? Mexicans and Colombians and Aztecs. They're concerned about them knowing that they descend back to the 12 tribes of Israel, which they knew. Yeah. So when Columbus and the conquistadors came over to the Americas, their mission was to destroy any artifacts and anything that would point them in the direction that they are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's what their scholars say. Now, drop that. Give me Micah 2:1. Give me Micah 2:1.
Micah chapter 2.
Let me move over.
And verse 1.
Come on.
Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds when the morning is light.
So God said destruction to them that work iniquity upon their beds. Read.
When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
God gave them power to do this evil because we rebelled against him. All of this is history. None of this is hidden. It's very clear what they did to our brothers and sisters when they came over here. And the goal was to destroy who they are, to destroy any semblance of who and what they are. Come on.
And they covered fields.
And they covered fields, read.
And take them by violence.
And take them by violence. They took a whole country and enslaved an entire people with violence. Read.
And houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house.
So they oppress a man in his house. Come on.
Even a man and his heritage.
Even a man and his what?
And his heritage.
Even a man and his heritage. Meaning destroy everything that reminds this man of who and what he is supposed to be doing. Take his language from him. Take his artifacts from him. Take his landmarks from him. His children. Take away everything that will point him in the direction of who he really is from it. So that they destroy a man and his heritage. All right, drop that. Psalms 83 and verse 1. Come on.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 1.
Come on.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Come on.
Hold not thy peace, and be not still,
Read.
O God. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
Come on.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They took crafty counsel. In order for them to come over here and do what they did, they had to counsel about it first. They'll have you believe that they just stumbled upon this place and there was no talks of it or no thought of it. But we read that Columbus knew about this place. We read in their books that they understood that they had been in contact with ancient civilizations, specifically the Israelites. Come on.
And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Like they said in the book. Their goal was to destroy their identity, destroy their civilization, destroy their landmarks, take away everything and cut their name off. Don't let them remember who they are. Come on.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Now, give me the Lost Lunas Decalogue. Give me that. Now, one such thing is this. Now, this is one of the relics that survive. And even this, they try to make it into a lie. You're going to see what it says. Watch. Read that. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. All right, read that.
The Lost Lunas Decalogue stone is a hoax.
Is a what?
Is a hoax.
The first thing they don't even let you get into it. They tell you off rip, it's a hoax. It's a lie. Now, why would it be a lie? Why would somebody just make this up? Come on.
Associated with a large boulder on the side of a hidden mountain near Los Lunas, New Mexico.
Come on.
About 35 miles south of
Albuquerque.
That bars a 9-line inscription carved into a flat panel.
Come on.
The stone is also known as the Los Lunos Mystery Stone or Commandment Rock.
Oh, Commandment Rock. What's on Commandment Rock? Read.
The stone has gained notoriety in that some claim the inscription is pre-Columbian.
So some claim that it's pre-Columbian, meaning this was here beforehand, before the conquistadors and them came over here. Right? Read.
And therefore proof of early Semitic contact with the Americans.
And proof of what?
Early Semitic contact with the Americans.
Meaning the Israelites were over here. Come on.
Standard archaeological evidence contradicts this. However,
so they like to throw that little, but the white man, his evidence contradicts this because he has carbon dating and all of these stupid things. But let me, matter of fact, give me Psalms 55. I'm sorry, Psalms 58. Give me that. Psalms 58, verse 3. Now, he already put the failsafe in it before you can even read it. It's a hoax. Some people believe it's valid, but trust me, according to us, it's not valid.
Stop the cap.
Now, they've already destroyed relics and ancient parts of the civilization that I'm very sure, you could bet your bottom dollar, there were other marks where they had ancient Paleo Hebrew and parts of their culture written on them. But they destroyed them. But this one, they didn't get to. And it was found. Now they got to do damage control. Oh, no, it's a hoax, and it was made up. No, you missed that one. You glossed over that one, and then somebody found it and put it out there. Right? Read that.
Psalms chapter 58 and verse 3.
Come on.
The wicked are estranged from the womb.
So the wicked are estranged from their womb. Come on.
They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
They lie as soon as they open their damn mouth. You can't trust anything this white man says. Matter of fact, if the white man says that stone is a hoax, it's probably legitimate. More than likely. Because why would he tell you the truth about anything? When everything in history he's told you is a lie. He told you was butt naked in the jungle eating your own poop. But we just read in the book when they came over there, you had whole civilizations built it that were what's the word I'm looking for? I'm butchering it. But they were advanced. He said you had advanced civilizations already built when he came over here. That they had to destroy it so that you wouldn't know how advanced you were. So if that was the case, how the hell can you believe anything that this white man say? Because he's the white man, because he's Jesus? Right, that's Jesus. Look at Jesus. Why is Jesus angry, Mom? Read, drop down verse 6.
Verse 6. Break their teeth, O God.
God said, break their teeth in their mouth. Because they lie so damn much. Read.
In their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lions.
Break out their teeth. Drop that. Psalm 55 and 20.
Psalms chapter 55 and verse 20.
Come on.
He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
Because our people are peaceful people. When they came over here, they weren't doing them no harm. They were trying to help them. But their mind wasn't on peace. Their mind wasn't on trying to get along with them. Their mind was on conquest. Read.
He hath broken his covenant.
Right, because it's over how many? I think about 400 something treaties that this man broke with the native tribes. Come on.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Come on.
But war was in his heart.
But war was in his heart. Now, let's bring it up to the date, right? Well, let's bring it up. Fast forward a bit, all right? Now, that was around the 1400s, 1500s, 1600s, right? Now, give me Ezekiel 37. Give me the images of black and brown revolutionaries. Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom have always had the same plight since they touched foot in the Americas, all right? You had things like the Black Panther Party. You had things like SNCC. You had the Brown Berets. You had Toussaint Louverture, as far as Levi. You had some other people. We had Fred Hampton. You will be here all day trying to name all of the black and brown revolutionaries. You had Che Guevara, Cesar Chavez. We'll be here all day naming the black and brown revolutionaries that stood up for their people. Now, this happened. Put those images back up there again. Right. This was during what is known today as the Civil Rights era, right? The late 50s, early and late 60s, even into the 70s. All right. Give me Ezekiel 37 and verse 1. Because Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom have always had revolution in their blood. Come on.
Ezekiel chapter 37 and verse 1.
Come on.
The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones.
Come on.
And caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley.
Right. There were many dead bones in the valley. Come on.
And lo, they were very dry.
And they were very dry, dead men's bones. Come on.
And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live?
So he looked out on this valley of these dead bones and asked the question, can these bones live? Is it even possible that these people can live again? Read.
And I answered, O Lord God, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones,
Come on.
and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord God unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you.
Come on.
And ye shall live.
So he said, I'll cause breath to enter in you. Now, this was during the 60s when our people actually started to stand up. They started to look for identity. Like I said, that's when you see things like SNCC. That's where you see the Brown Berets, the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, Martin Luther King and the Civil Rights Movement, Malcolm X and the Nation of Islam, right? Huey Newton, Bobby Seale. That's where you see these things popping up because our people started looking for identity. They started going against their very oppressor to build up their people. Come on.
And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you.
Come on.
And cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord.
Come on.
So I prophesied as I was commanded. And as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together.
Come on.
Bone to his bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them.
Come on.
And the skin covered them above. But there was no breath in them.
But there was no breath in them. So in spite of all of the things that we did, all of the great men and the great women that stood up, there was no breath in us. And that's why it ultimately failed. Now, these were some great movements. And many of them worked in unison and together. Many of them, like SNCC and the Brown Berets, they found their strength in Judah. Shout out Judah. Because of what they saw Bobby Seale and Huey Newton and Fred Hampton doing with the Black Panther Party for self-defense. And it stirred something up in them to rise up themselves and follow suit. Y'all know how big Judah do. You know, Judah, the head tribe, you know he always going to lead from the front. So this is what this is talking about. The Spirit of the Lord came upon these people and they started to seek identity. But there was no breath in them, meaning the commandments were not involved. And that's why it ultimately failed. Now, let's get a couple of revolutionaries because give me Che Guevara. All right? Mighty Tribe of Asher. Shout out to Tribe of Asher, man. You know, let's get something. Now, Che Guevara rose to prominence during this time as well, around the early to late 60s, you know, before he was assassinated in 1967. But I want you to give me that video. Che Guevara. All right, play that.
The figure of Che Guevara, born in Argentina in 1928, was shaped on the dusty roads of Latin America, where his idealism collided with the harsh reality of poverty and social injustice. His calling as a doctor led.
So he started, his whole idea started to shape around. So run it back just a little bit. Play.
Collided with the harsh reality of poverty and social injustice. His calling as a doctor led him to traverse the continent.
It said social justice, injustice, and poverty is what shaped his upbringing. This man was a doctor. That's why it's important for brothers and sisters to get educated. We need these things. So this wasn't no stupid man. This was a educated man by all accounts, who looked out on the affliction of his people and it stirred something up in him. A lot of Southern Kingdom don't know about Che Guevara. Right? We know about our leaders and our revolutionaries, but a lot of us don't know about Northern Kingdom's revolutionaries and the people that rose up on their behalf. Play.
Continent, witnessing firsthand the oppression of capitalism and the exploitation of the working class. Inspired by these experiences, he joined the revolutionary struggle, first in Guatemala and then in Cuba, where his alliance with Fidel Castro made him a key guerrilla leader in the victory against Batista's dictatorship in 1959. However, Che's life was marked by a constant struggle between his ideals and the political reality of the time. Despite his successes in the Cuban Revolution, his disillusionment with the direction the country was taking under Soviet influence led him to seek new revolutionary ventures in the Congo and in Bolivia, where he met his...
So because of what he was doing, he wasn't making any headway. He started to learn that no matter what he did, he really couldn't find an end fighting how he was trying to fight, because the white man's hand was always in it. He couldn't overcome the oppression of his people. What happens a lot of times, our people will rise up, but then they'll get beat back to sleep. So he sought new revolutionary ventures in the Congo, where southern tribes are. Come on.
And in Bolivia, where he met his tragic end at the hands of the Bolivian army in 1967.
Now
His
they say he met his end at the hands of the Bolivian army, right? Now, what they're not saying is he was assassinated. That was a CIA hit. What they're not going to allow to happen is Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom to come together. The worst thing Che Guevara could have did was go over to the Congo and start building with Southern Kingdom. That was the worst thing he could have did. And they assassinated him in 1967. Finish that off?
Revolutionary ventures in the Congo and in Bolivia, where he met his tragic end at the hands of the Bolivian army in 1967. His death only served to solidify his legend as an icon of the fight for social justice, whose image continues to be revered as a symbol of resistance.
And so even to this day, Che Guevara is a image or is a symbol of resistance to what? To oppression, to the powers that be. All right. Mighty Northern Kingdom leader. All right, give me the next one. Another one for Asher, man. Asher, it's your day, man. We don't deal with Asher a lot, man. We're going to deal with Asher a little bit. Another one, Tupac Amaru. Now, before I put this up here, man, no, I'm not talking about the rapper. Because I know a lot of you Judites, a lot of black people. Oh, Tupac, yeah, he was a revolutionary. No, that nigga was a nigga. But he was named after a Northern Kingdom revolutionary, a real revolutionary, all right? Tupac Amaru, give me that.
Did you know that Jose Gabriel Condorcanqui, known as Tupac Amaru II's execution marked a pivotal moment in the fight for independence? In 1780, the revolutionary leader led a major uprising against Spanish colonial rule, advocating for indigenous...
So, in 1780, he led what was ultimately his final hoorah against Spanish colonial ruling in Peru. This is in Peru. Right? Come on.
Against Spanish colonial rule, advocating for indigenous rights, and the end of the brutal encomienda system. Captured by Spanish forces in 1781, his execution was nothing short of brutal. He was forced to witness the execution of his wife, children, and close associates
Stop. So, their tactics aren't new. They caught him, they took his wife, they took his babies, they killed them before his eyes. There's nothing new under the sun. Know what you're signing up for. These same things are going to happen again. Anybody that stands up for their people, they use the same tactics. They do not want Israelite men standing up for their people. And it's been the case throughout the ages. Come on.
Sort of brutal. He was forced to witness the execution of his wife, children, and close associates before being subjected to a gruesome death. His limbs were tied to 4 horses, meant to be torn apart, a method known as quartering. However, when the horses failed to dismember him, he was beheaded, and his body parts were displayed as a deterrent. Yet, his martyrdom only fueled further revolts. And today, he is celebrated as a symbol of resistance and indigenous resilience.
Yeah!
His legacy continues to inspire the quest for justice and equality.
You can go ahead and take that down. So they killed that man. They tried to rip him apart with 4 horses, and they failed to do that, so they beheaded him. And they hung his body up and his parts up as a deterrent, so that anybody, if any one of you want to rise up and do the same, you're going to meet the same fate. Why? So that they can destroy any semblance of your identity. Like, what's the FBI guy name? I can't think of his name. J. Edgar Hoover. The most dangerous thing for American safety or whatever is black unity, Negro unity. A black savior or Hispanic savior. They hate that thing. Right? That's why throughout the ages, throughout history, there's always been the goal to destroy Negro unity and any leader that rises up to try to unify the people. All right, give me the next one. Give me Fred Hampton. Because our plights are tied together. They've always been tied together. Now, during Che Guevara, at the same time, simultaneously, you had the Black Panthers and things like that. Come on.
Bobby Seale is going through all types of physical and mental torture. But that's all right, because we said even before this happened, and we're going to say it after this, and after I'm locked up, and after everybody's locked up, that you can jail revolutionaries, but you can't jail a revolution.
Stop. So What they think is that they can stop revolution by getting rid of the leaders. He represented something heavy. That's why they killed him so young. He died at 21 years old. They killed him because they could not allow the thought process of, if they kill me or lock me up, you keep going. They couldn't let that happen. They couldn't let that message become so powerful to where they had to kill him first. He said you can jail a revolutionary, but you can't jail revolution. Come on.
That you can jail a revolutionary, but you can't jail a revolution.
Come on.
Right. You might run a liberator like Harris Cleave out the country, but you can't run liberation out the country. You might murder a freedom fighter like Bobby Hutton, but you can't murder freedom fighting. And if you do, you come up with answers that don't answer, explanations that don't explain. You come up with conclusions that don't conclude. And you come up with people that you thought should be acting like pigs, that's acting like people and moving on pigs. And that's what we've got to do. So we're going to see about Bobby, regardless of what these people think we should do. Because school is not important and work is not important. Nothing's more important than stopping fascism, because fascism will stop us all.
Damn, bro. I like the way he talked, bro. Sometimes you just got to listen to what these men say and kind of get inspired. It should rouse something up in you. All right, drop that. Give me Malcolm X. So we going through, remember, we read in Deuteronomy that when we broke the commandments, we would get oppressed. Moses knew what we was going to do and what was going to happen to us, right? We went into it in early stages of the 1400s, the 1600s, the 1700s, right? All the way up to the 1960s in the civil rights era. All right, give me Malcolm X.
I think there are many whites who act friendly toward Negroes. A fox acts friendly toward the lamb.
Stop. He said there are many white people that act friendly towards Negroes. Some at your job. Some might be your boss. We was on Clubhouse the other day, and I think it was said that somebody had said that all of them can't be evil because my boss gave me a raise, and he treats me well, and some white people, run it back.
I think there are many whites who act friendly toward Negroes.
He said, hey, I think there are many whites who act friendly toward blacks. They're not friendly, but they'll act friendly towards you. Come on.
I think there are many whites who act friendly toward Negroes. A fox acts friendly toward the lamb.
So a fox will act friendly towards a lamb. Just like a white man act friendly towards a Negro. Come on.
And usually the fox is the one who ends up with the lamb chop on his plate. Mm-hmm. The wolf doesn't act friendly, and therefore the wolf has more difficulty in getting the lamb chop in his plate.
So stop. So this is the plight of blacks and Hispanics. You got a wolf on one side, you got a fox on the other side. The wolf will sit up there. You know what he's going to do. Let's call him like a Trump or something like that. He tell you what it is. That's a wolf. And you don't want to associate with a wolf because you understand what that wolf is. But the fox is like a Biden or a Kamala Harris. And they got the same mindset as him over here, but they're a little more nice to you. They'll give you a job. They'll give you a stimulus check. They'll give you welfare. They'll let you kill your babies. But the end result is they want to destroy you. They just a lot more cunning, a lot more clever, like a fox. Play.
I'd like to point out, though, that
I say that because it is usually if you study the structure of the Negro community, economically, politically, civically, psychologically, and otherwise, it's controlled by the white liberals.
Stop. So everything in your community is controlled by white liberals. Everything in your community is controlled by white. You don't control anything. There is no black power, no black unity, no Black Lives Matter, no civil rights movement, no nothing that white people ain't got their hands in the midst of, that they can't control, that they won't ultimately destroy. Play.
If you study the structure of the Negro community, economically, politically, civically, psychologically, and otherwise, it's controlled by the white liberal, who usually poses as the friend of the Negro, who actually differs from the white conservative in the same way that the fox differs from the wolf. Their appetite is the same.
No, stop. Their appetite is the same. He's saying it. Their end goal is the same. The wolf and the fox end goal is to devour you. It's just one is more straightforward and direct, and the other is more cunning and simplistic. But they both hate your guts. They both want to destroy you. Come on.
Their appetite is the same. Their motives are the same. It's only their mannerisms and methods that differ.
I would agree that.
All right, you can go drop that. Drop that. Give me Jeremiah 51 and 33. Show me them images, right? Because he said something heavy, right? Now we just had an election year, right? Trump is in office, and he going crazy right now. But a lot of our people voted for him. A lot of our people wanted to vote for Kamala, right? Show me the images. Read that for me.
Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 33.
Come on.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
So Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom's plight have always been tied together. From the time we came over here on ships to the time of the late 1600s and slavery in the 1700s, to the Civil Wars and the Indian Wars, to the Civil Rights Movement. All of these things, a lot of these movements were going on simultaneously at the same time in different parts of the world with Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom. Come on, read that again.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
They were oppressed together. Come on.
And all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
They refused to let them go. Zechariah 1 and 15. They refused to let them go. Even to this very day. Come on.
Zechariah chapter 1 and verse 15.
Come on.
And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease.
Come on.
For I was but a little displeased.
Come on.
And they helped forward the affliction.
And they helped forward the affliction. How does they help forward the affliction? Show me them ice images real quick. Because I thought this was land of the free and home of the brave. I thought racism was done. I thought America was supposed to be a place of a great melting pot, immigration country. Isn't America a place where immigrants can come over here and get the American dream? But that's not for you. They kicked you out of the land. They came over here with the mind to conquer you and kick you out of the land and take it. Now we're confused. Now when Northern Kingdom got ICE detainees coming to their schools and locking their children up and coming to your job and taking you when you just went in there to make an earnest day's pay, now we're confused. But the Bible says, read verse 15 again.
And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward thy affliction.
They helped forward your affliction. You always been had to endure the fiery trials that were the recompense for our error in turning our backs on the Most High God. It ain't changed, and it's not going to change. Give me them Democrat and Republican images. Because Malcolm X said something. Because a lot of our brothers and sisters that's suffering right now, they voted for Trump. They voted for Trump. And now they upset. Latinos for Trump. Black people, the Democrats and Republicans. Two sides of the same coin, a wolf and a damn fox. And both of them want to destroy you. But we simple as hell. We really think that a nation that was founded on the backs of your bloodshed and on your children's and your baby's bloodshed, we really have the mindset throughout history, throughout the ages. It never changed. It's too many books and too much history we can go through to show you the oppression of Northern and Southern Kingdom at the hands of these people. And somehow we get up to the day, and this is what the hell we look like.
This is a sick Negro.
This is what the hell we look like. We look like goddamn Captain America. The black one with the wings and stuff. That's what we look like. Y'all probably rooting for y'all probably watching that movie right now, rooting for him. Yeah, we got nigga Captain America. Nigga America. American nigga. Captain American nigga. Read.
Got him.
Zechariah chapter 1 and verse 15.
Come on.
And I am very sore displeased with the heathen. They are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped for the affliction.
Isaiah 47 and 1. Actually, no, don't worry. Yeah, Isaiah 47 and 1. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1.
Come on.
Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Real quick, get Psalms 137 and 7 to prove that this is talking about America. Because maybe this is not talking about America. Psalm 137 and 7.
The book of Psalms, chapter 137, verse 7.
Come on.
Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom.
Whom?
The children of Edom.
The white man, the Caucasian man, the cave dweller. Come on.
In the day of Jerusalem.
Read.
Who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof.
Read.
O daughter of Babylon.
Oh, who?
O daughter of Babylon.
Come on.
Who are to be destroyed.
Man, that make my teeth white. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. That is your cup. Read.
Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us.
Isaiah 47 and 1 again. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1.
Come on.
Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
So it's talking about America. Read.
Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Because America likes to puff itself up as this symbol of righteousness and hope and all that is good and beautiful and love. And it's the most destructive and devastating nation on the planet. Everything they do is of Satan. But they posture themselves as the police of the world. They tell you, they have the ability to go into your country and label you a terrorist. And label you, what's some things that they say, an extremist. You oppressing your own people. They have that power to paint that narrative of you. But the reality they are the damn terrorists in the earth. And have been terrorizing the earth since they got into power. Come on, verse 6.
Verse 6. I was wroth with my people.
So God was mad at us. Read.
I have polluted my inheritance.
Read.
And given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy.
They didn't show us any mercy. Come on.
Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke.
Right. Daniel 9 and 9. Show me the images again of the oppressions of Jake, Northern and Southern Kingdom. Throwing some of them civil rights images as well. Come on.
Daniel chapter 9, verse 9.
Come on.
To the Lord our God belong mercies and forgiveness.
Come on.
Though we have rebelled against him.
Though we have rebelled against him, because God told us back during the time of Moses that we were going to rebel against him. We were going to suffer the consequences thereof. So he already told us what was going to happen. Come on.
Neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our God.
Neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our God. Come on.
To walk in his laws.
To walk in his laws.
Which he set before us by the servants, the prophets.
Read.
Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law.
All Israel have transgressed his law. Northern and Southern Kingdom. We all jacked up. We all messed up. That's why we continue to go through the things that we go through. Come on.
Even by the party, that they might not obey thy voice.
Come on.
Therefore, the curse is poured upon us.
Therefore, the curses are poured upon us. Therefore, this our babies now. Don't report my parents. You know how heartbreaking that is? That these people were here first. And they knew who they were and took the land from them. And now we got our babies sitting up here, don't report my parents, because they know it's going to lead to them being kicked out or something. That they were here, that they don't report my dad. That's crazy. And it stems back long before now. It's historic at this point. Come on.
and the oath that is written in the law of Moses,
Read.
the servant of God, because we have sinned against him, and he have confirmed his words, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil.
Come on.
For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem.
So under the whole, no nation of people goes through this. No nation of people goes through this. I don't give a damn that the Ukrainians, that's white people fighting with white people. I don't give a damn. What about, I don't give a damn about what's going on over there in the Middle East. Because both of them put us in slavery, Arabs and the so-called Jews. I don't give a damn about what's going on with them. They fighting over land that don't belong to them either. Anyway. So I don't care about white on white crime, and I don't give a damn about two slave masters fighting over a land that don't belong to them. I care about this. This happened at the hands of those same people that's fighting each other over land that don't belong to them. Nobody has this happen to. The whole earth had us in slavery. Was that it?
Yes, sir, on verse 12.
All right, drop that. So, give me Psalm chapter 127 and 1. Psalm chapter 127. Remember we read in Ezekiel that the spirit came upon them and the bones and the sinews, and they stood up, but there was no breath in them, right? There was no breath in them. Read Psalm 127 and 1.
Psalms chapter 127 and verse 1.
Come on.
Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it.
Come on.
Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in vain.
So it says, except the Lord build the house. The house is the children of Israel. The house is the 12 tribes coming back together under one king, under one Lord. That is Christ. That's the house. So except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that built it. Now, give me the revolutionaries again. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain. Now, I'm not going to say that what they did was in vain, because it was relevant for the time that they lived. And all of those men and those women were willing to die to pay the ultimate price for what they did, to establish their people in the earth. Right? So it wasn't in vain in that regard. What made it in vain was that the Spirit of the Lord was not in it. And that's why all of them failed. That's why Martin Luther King failed. That's why Huey Newton and Bobby Seale and the Black Panthers failed. That's why SNCC and the Brown Berets failed. That's why Che Guevara failed. That's why Cesar Chavez failed. That's why what's my man's name? Toussaint Louverture failed. That's why these things failed, because the Lord didn't build it. Read it again.
Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh but in vain.
Come on.
It is vain for you to...
That's it. That was it. Ezekiel 37 and 9. Ezekiel 37 and 9.
Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 9.
Come on.
Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord God, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live.
Give me the images of the marches. That's what real revolution looks like. So from the time that we came over here where they touched down to now, this is what it's supposed to look like. This is history running full circle. The breath that didn't come in us during the time of the 60s, though we were rising up and looking for revolution and identity, that wasn't it. The Spirit of the Lord wasn't in there yet. The Spirit of the Lord is in this, though. Read on.
So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them.
And the breath came into them, and they what?
And they lived.
And they lived. This is life. Read.
And stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army.
And stood up upon their feet. Look at that imagery. And stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army. That's what they fear. That's what you cannot do. That's what, like we read in the book. When they came over here, when Columbus and the conquistadors came to the Americas, their idea was to destroy their identity, tear down any semblance of their identity so that this never happens ever again. but they failed. Come on.
Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel.
These bones are the whole house of the children of Israel. Come on.
Behold, they say, our bones are dry, and our hope is lost. We are cut off for our parts.
Read.
Therefore, prophesy, saying to them, thus saith the Lord God, behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. And ye shall know that I am the Lord, when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves.
Isaiah 49:6. Actually, read verse 14. I like verse 14.
Verse 14. And shall put my spirit in you.
And he said he's going to put his spirit in us. Like you see today. Look at those mighty men. Read.
And ye shall live.
And ye shall live. Come on.
And I shall place you in your own land. Then shall you know that I, the Lord, have spoken it and performed it, saith the Lord.
All right, drop that. Isaiah 49 and verse 6. We almost done.
Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 6. And he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob, and to restore the preserved of Israel.
God said it's a light thing for us to do that thing. Look at all the history that we have, where we had men rising up for us and women rising up for us that paid the ultimate sacrifice for us to get us to this day. Because of people's whole point was to destroy our history and destroy our culture and destroy our identity. Come on.
I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mightest be my salvation unto the end of the earth.
Now, I didn't forget the title, right? I didn't forget the title because maybe y'all wondering, well, the thing's called A Song of Ice and Fire, right? Give me the next video of what just happened in the Bronx. Give me the next video. I meant what I said, man. This is A Song of Ice and Fire. You know, I know the Kingdom Brothers going through it right now, and the fiery trials that we're going through. Play that.
Listen, we're hereby do a march for a safer tomorrow. Now, this bliss right here is special. Why? Not only we here in the Bronx, but it's heavy Northern Kingdom in the Bronx. A lot of Simeon, a lot of Ephraim, a lot of Zebulon. So you see what's going on with Trump. You see what's happening with ICE. So we're here to wake up the lost tribes of Israel, to let them know they are the chosen people.
There is a false narrative talking about blacks, Latinos, Native Americans not coming together. But what you see here, what you're witnessing right now is black, Latino, and Native American unity.
What do you see? I see a united people.
A lot of decay, gangs, violence, drugs, alcohol, all right, murders. We're trying to get rid of all that thing. How? Through a demonstration of unity, a demonstration of love, a demonstration of compassion, a demonstration of hope.
We are the same people. We go through the same affliction.
Stop. Dick said we the same people. We go through the same afflictions. You know how powerful this was for Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom to see blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans united together, fighting against oppression in the Bronx, New York, in the seat of the devil. Our people ain't never seen that. Our people have been told that you two different people, that y'all divided. Y'all not the same. Even though we have the same history, even though it's documented, when they came over into the Americas, they identified the Northern Kingdom as Negroes. You a nigga like I'm a nigga. You was a slave like I was a slave. They killed you like they killed me. How we different? Our history lines up. But that's what they don't want you. That's why it was so important for them to destroy those things and label anything that points to that direction a lie or a farce or a hoax. And to downplay anything like this. Keep playing.
A demonstration of hope.
We are the same people. We go through the same affliction, especially here in the Northeast, New York City. We've grown up together. We've seen the same atrocities together all through history, even going back to when the conquistadors arrived. We worked in the fields together, right? We have our same plight.
Man, I have some good stuff right now. So blacks, Latinos, come on. It's high time we awake out of sleep. Unify, unity, unity, unity. I love this current administration because it's going to force blacks and Latinos to organize and come together as one.
Listen, I love that thing, bro. Blacks and Hispanics come together as one, as ordained to happen. All right, Revelation 14:1. We almost done. Revelation 14:1. Matter of fact, real quick, jump back to Deuteronomy 31 and verse 19 to bring it full circle, right? So what's the song, Ice and Fire, right? It started off bad, started off as a witness against us. Come on.
Deuteronomy chapter 31 and verse 19.
Come on.
Now therefore write ye this song for you, and teach it the children of Israel.
Come on.
And put it in their mouths, that this song may be a witness for me against the children of Israel.
So this song will be a witness against the children of Israel for all of the evil that we did. And we ate it, right? Now, what song are we going to sing now? Because that song was against us. We ate that. Revelations 14:1.
Revelation chapter 14 and verse 1.
Come on.
I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads.
Come on.
And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder.
Read.
And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps.
Come on.
And they sung as it were a new song.
And they what?
And they sung as it were a new song.
And they sung as it were a new song. Christ and the 144,000. Read on.
Before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man can learn that song but the 144,000.
And nobody can learn that new song but the 144,000. Come on.
Which were redeemed from the earth.
Revelation 15:1.
Revelation chapter 15 and verse 1.
Come on.
And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up with the wrath of God.
So he saw the destruction that was coming to the earth, the wrath of God that was to come down upon the earth. Come on.
And I saw as it were a sea of glass, mingled with fire.
With what?
Mingled with fire.
Come on.
And them that gotten the victory over the beast.
And them that had gotten the victory over the beast, America. Read.
And over his image.
And the white man, Christ, his white Jesus. Come on.
And over his mark.
And sin in the earth. Come on.
And over the number of his name.
Come on.
Stand on a sea of glass, having the harps of God.
Read.
And they sing the song of Moses.
And they what?
And they sing the song of Moses.
And they what?
And they sing the song of Moses.
Come on.
The servant of God.
Read.
And the song of the Lamb.
Come on.
Saying, great and marvelous are thy works.
Come on.
Lord God Almighty.
Read.
Just and true are thy ways.
Read.
The King of saints.
The who?
The King of saints.
Psalm 149 and verse 1.
Psalms chapter 149 and verse 1.
Come on.
Praise ye the Lord.
Read.
Sing unto the Lord a new song.
Sing unto the Lord a what?
A new song.
Sing unto the Lord a new song. The old song was a witness against us. But this song we're going to sing, we're going to rejoice in this song. Come on.
And his praise in the congregation of saints.
Read.
Let Israel rejoice in him that made him.
Come on.
Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king.
Come on.
Let them praise his name and dance.
Read.
Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp.
Come on.
For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people.
For what?
For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people.
It ain't going to be no more witnessing against us for our evil. The Lord's going to take pleasure in his people in the end of days. When we get right, the Lord going to take pleasure in us. Come on.
He will beautify the meek with salvation.
He will beautify the meek with salvation. Come on.
Let the saints be joyful in glory.
Come on.
Let them sing aloud upon their beds.
Let them what?
Let them sing aloud upon their beds.
Come on.
Let the high praises of God be in their mouth.
Read.
And a two-edged sword in their hand.
And a two-edged sword in their hand. We going to get our revenge, brothers and sisters. We going to get our revenge, Northern Kingdom brothers, Southern Kingdom brothers. We just got to hold on a bit longer. Read that again.
let the high praises of God be in their mouth.
Read.
And a two-edged sword in their hand.
To what?
To execute vengeance upon the heathen.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen. And what?
And punishments upon the people.
And punishment upon the people that did all that evil to us. That knew we were the 12 tribes of Israel. That knew they came over here to conquer us. That knew we were the same people and didn't give a damn. Read it again.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen.
Come on.
And punishment upon the people.
Read.
To bind their kings with chains.
Come on.
And their nobles with fetters of iron.
Come on.
To execute upon them the judgment written.
To execute upon them the judgment that is written for them. Come on.
This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord.
This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord. You got to be happy about that thing. That's the new song that we're going to sing. So I hope y'all got something out of the class. I think I kind of rushed through it. Make sure y'all, where is it? Donate. Also, subscribe to IUIC Virginia and IUIC Virginia in the classroom, all right? I'm Officer Joseph with IUIC Virginia. This has been History in the AM. Shalom. Most High in Christ bless.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community.